What's up, guys? It's your bear, and I am back. And this time we're going to talk anime. Now, one thing that I have enjoyed in my life is watching other people play video games. Such video games including Five Nights at Freddy's, Elden Ring, Hogwarts Legacy, Minecraft stuff, and Devil May Cry, which Netflix is adapting into an anime. And somehow this went completely under my radar. How? But it came up. I saw it. I was scrolling through Netflix, and boom, there was Devil May Cry, and there was Dante in his sexy looking red coat. Something about an anime man with a red coat really speaks to a woman, you know? If you know, you know. I know. I see you there. But the Devil May Cry stories are quite interesting, and the games were quite fun. And I actually did get to play one of the games a little bit growing up. Whenever I went to my one male friend's house, and he's played all the games through and through, and I've watched him play all the games through and through, and it's really enjoyable. So I'm really curious to see how it's going to adapt into an anime, how they're going to do the story, which aspects of the story they're going to come through. We've been seeing quite a few things get adapted into animes. Solo Leveling, which was originally a manhwa, which I was actually reading before they put it into an anime, and you know what? Fair enough, worthy, and it ended up pretty good. So there's a little bit of it where Netflix seems to be understanding the assignments, especially considering that they had involvement with Dandadan, which did incredibly well. So again, late to something, but willing to give it a try. We are going to take a look at the short Devil May Cry trailer, and I'm going to do my best to stay calm. Like guns could do anything against Dante. Losing my mind. Wish somebody would tell me I'm fine. Wish somebody would. Yes! Yes, he's cool! Oh, that was smooth. Yeah. Fuck. Fuck yes, sorry. Mm. Sorry, no one warned me about the song selection. Sorry. Sorry. But it looks so good. I'm not going to speak too much on the story because they don't give us too much there, and obviously there's a lot there for the fans. There were a few things that I recognized. This looks pretty cool. I am loving how smoothly they have animated the way Dante moves. Now, I don't particularly want to refer to it as a hack and slash manner, because it's not really the core purpose, because we see him with his guns, we see him with his swords, and movement is a thing in the games where he's kind of so it's cool, but it's so well done. But excuse me, and they just like throw it, and he's just got his smug little smile the entire time while doing it too. No, you don't get to be that cool. Just like it's nothing. Hardcore parkour, no problem. Oh, you're shooting bullets at me. Not that they're gonna do anything. No problem. It's just noticing the Sorry, I'm just noticing her figure. She's a very well figured character. Yes. I. It's quite cool. I like the anime-esque feeling, but then I did notice something, and I'm gonna try and find it to see if it's as I noticed. Where's this? Oh, it's gonna be a bit to find. Give me a second. You know I'm bad at this. Oof. That pretty boy face. Not that face. I don't know. Okay, let's go back to looking for that one specific part that I noticed. It's not that one. Nosferatu vibes that guy gave off. Maybe I was wrong in... Ooh. Hello. Gotta love a smug smile. Was that a freaking... What was that movie called? Oh my goodness. Underworld? Was it Underworld? The movie where the chick and like all the badass liver shoots a hole in the floor that she can like drop down. Did he seriously just pull it? I'm confident it's like called Underworld or something like that. It's this old movie about like vampires and werewolves, and it has this badass babe, right? Okay, total fucking hottie, and she's just like the coolest thing under the sun, and she does the shoot the circle in the floor thing. This is an old movie. In fact, this movie that I'm referring to is so old that the thing of shooting a hole in the floor was tested on Mythbusters. Okay. I have got so completely distracted from what I was looking for. Huh. Whoa, whoa, did you see the shadow work in that scene? Like, not even, like, I know this is such a stupid thing to get excited about, but I love it when they put that detail into 2D animation, because 2D animation is just such a fine art in itself, whether it's for, like, kid shows or adult shows or anime or like unique animation at its finest. 2D animation is such a skill and a talent, and oh my gosh, they create masterpieces. Okay, okay, watch here. They did. Check this. Accurate shadow representation of what is happening right now. What? They don't have to do that. Okay? You don't have to add in the shadow bit for bit accurate 100%. But you know what? Whoever animated those scenes are god tiers. It does kind of show there, but it does still come off with the 2D animation. So that's fine. I'll tell you what I'm like, what tingled my mingles in a little bit when I find the scene again. There was one scene where he was fighting like a plant snake creature on top of a truck, and she had, oh, there we go. Oh, there she's gone. But the like few seconds I saw it, it kind of looked a little bit like that CGI into anime feel, which I've seen done before in animes, and it can be done well. So if that is a choice that they've taken, I don't really have an issue with it. I think I probably saw it wrong. Oh, that was actually kind of cool. Watching this back in slow motion has been majorly interesting. Yes. Okay. I'm not seeing it again, so maybe I just like missaw it. But there were definitely something that gave a little bit of like a CG into animation vibes. And I was probably entirely wrong, and I have baffled on for it for about 3 minutes for no reason. So thank you to those of you who sat with me. I am in love. I am definitely going to. Oh, that was gorgeous. Yeah, so I think I saw it wrong, but watching it back in the slow motion now, you can see for these scenes that there is a lot of dedication that's gone into the 2D animation of this. I am going to watch it. Kind of hard not to. Um, kind of hard to ignore it, honestly. It's kind of popped up, and now that I know that it's on Netflix, I'm going to spoil myself and give it a watch and hopefully give you a review. I know right now there are 8 episodes out. I don't know if that's the full season or if it's just the first 8 episodes. Judging by how things have been going recently, it is possible that it could just be those few episodes, as they've been doing longer episodes, shorter seasons, which I don't mind. I definitely am curious to talk to some of my mates who played this game growing up and kind of find out how they feel about the fact that it was turned into an anime. I, on the other hand, am an absolute female gooner, and part of me kind of just wants to see it because it looks so good. You know what I mean. But it does look good. And then, freaking Papa Roach, Last Resort. To just throw that in on me unexpectedly. That means it's going to be in the show. So now I gotta watch it because one of the most iconic songs in the world is going to be in the show. I mean, Papa Roach obviously had to sign off on that. So, you know, I gotta check these things out for the educational and movie purposes and use of music in anime. Not just because it looks cool and sounds cool together, but because it does create some sort of cinematic. I'm bullshitting it. It looks cool as fuck, and they used one of my favorite songs. I am watching it. Thank you guys for listening to me basically be a little Dante fangirl for about 10 minutes or so. Let me know, how are you feeling about the fact that Netflix is getting into the anime sphere? I personally have watched a lot of anime in my lifetime. I still watch anime to this day. It's a great I can't even call it a genre because it's not a genre. It's a great form of animation, and a lot of the storytelling that can be done through anime is incredible. Like I said, Dandadan recently did. That's so much fun to say. Dandadan. Dandadan did very well recently with their portrayal. We've seen One Piece get picked up as a live action because One Piece, the anime, was so great. Whereas, not forget Naruto, Demon Slayer, Jujutsu Kaisen, all of those doing incredibly well as like classics like Buddy Daddies, Buddy Daddies, and Spy X Family, which are just wholesome animes with like cool Spy X themes. Let's not talk about how great My Hero Academia did in its short run, and now they're going to into vigilantes and movies and all of that stuff into games. So it's definitely worth it. I mean, if you haven't, just take a break and watch all of the Studio Ghibli movies. Each one is an absolute masterpiece, as well as other movies that have been animated by other companies that have done just as well. I highly recommend No Game No Life because that anime, visually and storytelling wise, was amazing. And there are plenty of animes out there that could be close to Devil May Cry that I haven't seen but are definitely out there. So, hey, maybe if you're an anime fan, pop down an anime recommendation down below. Maybe it's something we've seen, maybe it's something we haven't, or maybe we can introduce people to something great. Frick. What would I recommend? That's a tough one. No, it's not. I'm highly recommending My Hero Academia. I'm only but sitting with about like 6 volumes on my shelf waiting to go out and buy more, plus the spin-off series. So that's my recommendation. My Hero Academia, great. I hopefully Devil May Cry will be good enough for me to recommend. Dandadan's a great recommendation if you're into the newer stuff. And Jujutsu Kaisen and Demon Slayer are really popping off right now, both having new seasons coming out sometime soon. So, hey, maybe this is time for anime. And it is something that I will be willing to talk about more on this channel because it is something I'm a little bit passionate about. But that was Devil May Cry. That was my boy Dante. Ooh, Dante. And his brother. Ooh. But with that being said, thank you guys so much for joining me on this little adventure. Thank you for headbutting and jamming out with me. Leave a like, hit that subscribe, and I will catch all you guys later.